morning, Floss Tube. It's Lisa here at the Shady Tree Stitches, and I'm back at you for another Floss Tube update of my stitching progress for the last week or so. Thank you so much for joining me. I've noticed we've had a few new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you like what you see. On this channel we talk about cross stitch and do a couple of different things. Get a sort of about weekly update from me with a monthly update from Jen, and then a couple of extra special ones thrown in, like next weekend you've got to look forward to because it's a Shady Trees retreat. And then we also have videos where we discuss the many of the cross stitch challenges that happen on Facebook that you can participate in if you want a bit of motivation to help you get some stitching done. So keep an eye out for those as well. But this one's all about my progress. Since I saw you, it has been about 8 days, and I have been doing some focus stitching, working my way through the different prompts. I'm not sure if I showed you where I was up to on this one when I filmed with Jenny. There you go. That is ABC Houses from Little House Needleworks, and I was just working on this block down here on the grass, and I think I did another 281 stitches since you saw it. So I'm not going to bother putting a before and after of that because it really didn't progress too much. That has now reached its goal for the month. It is gone away. It has done its 900 stitches-ish that I need for the daily 30 animal run. The next one that I have been working on was my Jingling Ladies. And my Jingling Ladies is a stamped cross stitch, and it's big stamped cross stitch. Of course it popped out. And it's on one of the PVC frames that I made myself, and I am really liking these frames because they are lightweight, easy to use. So I did all those stitches there, which are white and grey, so very hard to see because it's a printed one. So I did 949 stitches, which means that one has completed its goal and it is going away. Now someone asked, what do you do to store them? I actually just made myself a big pillowcase out of some old fabric, and I stand them up in that and keep them nice and safe. I've then been doing work. I had a few days, I actually went to school last week, and so I actually had a little bit of time to stitch at school, and so I wanted to take a project that I could stitch while I was at school. So I took Gigi, and look where Gigi is now up to. There she is. So she's got a lot of her skirt done and a lot of the blues. So she's actually my piece from last month that I carried over because I would like to get her finished this month. That's my goal for Miss Gigi. She is a Nora Corbett Pixie collection. So I'm looking forward to getting her finished this month. So you will be seeing more of Miss Gigi over the next couple of weeks. I can't believe, I sort of get to this stage in the month and I feel like, oh, I've got so much still to do. It's only I say it was the 8th. I don't know if I told you the date. It's the 15th, so it's halfway through the month. So yeah, I still got half the month to go, so there's no need to panic. I also did quite a bit of work on my cross stitch gnome, and my cross stitch gnome is from the Gnome Sal. Look at him, isn't he cute? This is the June gnome, the rainbow one, and this fitted in perfectly this week because so you'd think I can stitch, we had to stitch 100 stitches in different rainbow colours. And look, there they are. And each one of those bits is pretty much 100 stitches, 100 and something. So I was able to get quite a few of the different colours done for the gnomes to help out my team. We're playing the mole, and so we're trying to stitch and see who the mole is. I've got a few ideas. I have to admit, I really would be a great mole because I'm not trying to, but I'm doing a whole bunch of molly behaviours just because that's just the way life is landing me at the moment. Anyway, Mr. Nomi has reached his goal. He is a whip go goal, and he has got his 1011 stitches, So I'll put up the before and after here so you can see where he is going. Another piece I did work on, of course, because I needed to. I did 304 stitches on Cross Stitch Nation. And there is where I'm up to. I have 3 people done wholly now. In retrospect, I did Michelle. I think that was meant to be me. But that's okay. I'll just make the next one me. I don't really care. So they're looking pretty cool. So yeah, really starting to come together. Definitely doing my own version of this. Got that border going across the bottom, and then underneath I put Shady Trees stitches and everyone's names. So it's going to be definitely a nice individual one. And then we have done, of course, the daily work on the bookshelf. I think I only got it 4 days this week. So that's where my bookshelf is up to. So the whole top is done, and then I've got the books happening. All right, and I know I've got one more. Okay, my Animal Kingdom bookshelf. I did the work that I needed to on this, which was 324 for a prompt, and I was working all around in this part of the elephant. Now it's interesting, I don't like the parking method, but I realized as I get to these bits that of course I'm parking these little loose bits because I'm going to continue the color as the page goes over. So I'm not a parker per se, but I do park threads if I know I'm going to keep needing it. Looking so good. So that's where we're up to with Amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf. And that, my dear friends, is all my stitching that I can show you. I'm hoping that, I think today might be the day the Down the Rabbit Hole magazine's coming out. So next video I should be able to show you the models that I've done for that, which is really exciting. So we shall see. We shall see what I can show you. All right, so that is all the stitching. I did do nowhere near as many stitches, so I thought I'd have them up. Give me 2 secs and I will tell you what I did. Okay, so since I've seen you, it was 4,019 stitches. So it really wasn't a great week. It had a lot of life stuff. I wasn't feeling well for one of the days. I didn't even stitch last Monday. Oh, there's my yarn back, sorry. I didn't even stitch last Monday at all. I wasn't feeling well, so I did no stitches. So that was my first one of the year. Hopefully not as many. And yeah, the other days just sort of plod along. The only day I got a good stitching day was Saturday, when I got exactly 1,000 stitches, which was great. But then even that for a Saturday is not a lot. However, that will hopefully improve this weekend because I'm going away on Saturday for 3 days to the Shady Trees retreat, which is stitching. So hopefully get a lot of progress done and get caught up. Okay. The next thing that I was going to tell you about was my haul. And my haul is actually clashes with, correlates closely with Paddock Lane Design's shop business. So, sorry if you don't want to hear about that. I have got an order in of cottage garden threads. These are really, really beautiful Australian threads that are hand dyed, and I've got cottons, and they're all beautifully variegated. Come from Victoria, and I decided that I wanted to start designing because I'm always trying to support Australian companies. So I thought I would start designing with them, and I figured the easiest way, look at this one, good cactus. The easiest way to design with them would be to get some. And the best way to get a sample was to actually get some of their discount packs. And I bought 2 sets, which is the paint box set and the typography. I like the variegations in those 2, and I now have got, well, 2 of each color to sell in my shop. So these will be going up in Paddock Lane Designs this week, available for purchase from me. Just add them to any other order with any other piece of fabric or other accessories that you can find on paddinglanedesigns.com, and you can try out some of these absolutely gorgeous, luscious threads. Look at them, they're just so beautiful. You know, it's really hard to pick a favorite, and this is just one box. I've got lots of boxes of them. So many pretties. I think I've got through this whole box now, showing you the whole box. So yeah, they're all parts of the paint box set. In each one you get standard cotton, you get 10 meters, and they're pre-cut into 50 centimeter lengths, which is about the right length for stitching. So I'm super excited to be able to put them onto my website. All right, so that is my only haul this week. I know there's more things coming, but yeah, I'm really about trying not to spend too much money. I've totally cut back. You'll notice my whole section's smaller and smaller. I've totally cut back on things. I'm still in my 3 clubs of the month, from Stitching Time, the weeks, the colour and cotton, and the jumped out of my head. There's another one, Gentle Arts. So getting those 3, and I'm still getting the silk and the colour of the month from Silks For You. Cancelled all my fabric of the months because I figure there's no point. I can just dye it myself. But I am getting more and more fabric in. I've got an order arriving soon, which has got a couple of different opalescents to try, and I've actually got to go and do some dyeing when I finish filming this to special orders for some people that they wanted me to do. So we'll see how they go. There is a whole bunch of fabric that I showed you last week is now up on the website and my Etsy store, so feel free to go and check it out, and there will be more coming very soon when I get a bit of time to get some dyeing done. All right, people, one segment that I keep forgetting to do is the American or Australian word of the week. And as the week progresses, I come up with more and more words, and then I forget them when I come to film. But today I'm just going to say that there's lots of things that are very different between America and Australia. And if you're interested in them, definitely just jump on YouTube. There's people who do videos about them. We have so many terms that we use slightly differently. And then we've got our slang words. And our slang is just everyday speech for us that we know is slang. But we call things, you know, different words. So I'm not sure if I've done this one before, but the toilet or the bathroom, we often call the dunny. It used to be outside. It used to be a little shed out the back, in the pan. You had like a bucket or something out the back, and that was the outhouse, and that was the dunny. So that is one Australian word. Going to the dunny means you're going to the toilet, most likely to do a number 2. So generally that's one term. But anyway, I'll try and do better at writing them down so I can share them with you. I hope you all have a great week of stitching. I will be back with you very soon, in just about a week's time, with a Shady Trees Retreat special. So I look forward to catching you then. Have a great week. Happy stitching, everyone.